So what we have here is a piece of double loin specially selected pork. The two loins in here being this eye muscle, this would be the equivalent of the sirloin of beef, and we've also got the tenderloin or the pork fillet which runs up here. Joined to this would be the foreribs and your rib end, which does a little more work. This is more towards the rump of the animal, slightly less work, very, very tender cuts in here. The first thing we want to do is remove the tenderloin. To do that, I'm just using the tip of my boning knife to get round the side of the bone and pulling the tenderloin back all the time to expose where my knife's to go. Obviously the tenderloin is the most tender cut in the whole animal, and there's only two, so you want to make sure that you're not damaging it in any way. So now we have the pork fillet, and what we want to do is trim it up so it's ready for use. And to do that, any excess pieces of meat, sinew, fat, silver skin we want to take away. And to do this, I'm not really using my knife to cut much at all. There are natural seams that we can go down to remove the chain like I'm doing here. Have a look underneath as well. Now if we look at the top here, this is the rump end of the pork tenderloin. There is an extra muscle on either side here, and it's really up to you if you want to remove it or not. For the purpose of this we will. Again, there's a natural seam that we can follow just where my knife is here. And if I bring my knife down very gently over the top of the silver skin, that takes us down that seam. So obviously this offcut that we have is very, very tender, lovely in a stir fry or a casserole or wherever you want to utilise it. And we'll do the same with the muscle on the other side. What that does allow you to do is have more consistency if you decide to portion this into medallions. What we're going to do is remove the silver skin. To do that, I first have to take away this layer of fatty skin on top here, which will run down the whole fillet. Very careful not to rip it as you do it. And we can now get under the silver skin. To do this, I'm holding the silver skin open and angling my knife up very, very slightly, so that again, I'm not cutting any meat, I'm running the knife along the silver skin. Therefore, we're left with it nice and clean like so. And that will be discarded, and we're left with all this lovely pork fillet here. You can then prepare this however you wish, but there we have specially selected pork tenderloin.